Okay, so here's a tip for you, and this one specifically revolves around the GoPro Media Mod. As you can see, I've got my nice microphone attached to it. But there seems to be an issue with the Media Mod that people have reported, and we'll explain why in a minute, but people basically have been recording with the Media Mod and not knowing if the microphone is working or not, so they record whole sequences, then go to play it back, and no sound. So here's a quick tip how to know if your Media Mod is actually recording sound. Before you record your video, have it on standby and just use the voice command. Because even with the microphone attached, the voice commands still work. And if the GoPro reacts to your voice commands, then your microphone's working. So, GoPro, start recording. As you can see, it started recording, and guess what? That means your Media Mod is recording audio. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, turn off. As you can see, microphone's working. Okay, so here's another tip. People have been recording with external microphones and saying, I'm not getting any sound from my microphone. Well, they bought their microphone and this is the adapter that they're using. As you can see, there are 3 rings on this adapter, count the black rings, and that makes it a 4-pole adapter, known as a T or S adapter. And basically, this is not compatible with the microphone adapter or the Media Mod. This is actually what you would use on your smartphone. So, you need an adapter to plug in to make it a 2-ring adapter, making it therefore a 3-pole adapter. And this works with your camera, but it doesn't work with your smartphone obviously. So if you're not getting any sound from your external microphone that you've plugged into the microphone adapter or the Media Mod, check to make sure that you're using the proper connector. Remember, 2 black rings and not 3 black rings. Okay, so here's another tip for you. This is a GoPro Hero 8 and it's in a uniquely cheap case. I mean, this is a free case I got to review for Amazon. And as you can see, fits in there nicely and everything. However, there is some problems with some of these cheap cases, and that is the very cheap plastic hinges. And I've already had one case that was just sitting there, not being used, and the hinges snapped, so this clip came off. And if that had happened when it was attached to my car or attached to the airplane, this back door could have just fallen open and, bye bye GoPro Hero 8. So here's just a really quick tip and a really good practice to actually use. First of all, definitely make sure your door is secured properly, but then I just put an elastic band around the actual case like this, and make sure the lens isn't covered. Make sure it's actually in this little slot here so it doesn't go left or right. But basically that means if this latch ever fails when it's in use, your GoPro is actually still going to be secured, because that door is not going to open. That latch there is not going to pop off. So there's another tip for you. It may look silly, but at least it doesn't interfere with the shot and it keeps your GoPro safe. And if it looks silly, that's fine, but it just saves you $300 if your GoPro goes belly up. And for my final tip, last but not least, this is a GoPro Hero 8. Lovely. This is a piece of tissue paper. This here is a paper towel. And this one here is a soft cotton t-shirt. Which of these do I use to clean the lens of my GoPro Hero 8? Absolutely none of them. Your t-shirt can contain grass and bits of dirt, anything really, and if you use it to actually clean the lens here of your GoPro Hero 8, you're going to scratch the crap out of it. With the paper towel and even the soft tissue, they're actually made from pulped wood fiber. You actually get tiny little small bits of crap in there that basically, they're not soft. If you go and clean the lens of your GoPro Hero 8 with these, no, you're going to scratch the crap out of it, which means anytime you use it in bright sunlight, you're going to see all sorts of weird stuff showing up in your lens. The only thing I use for cleaning my GoPro Hero 8 is a soft microfiber cloth. You can buy them on Amazon, or most photography shops actually have a stock of them. And these are very soft, and you just make sure it's nice and clean, and that's it. And remember, don't wash these with laundry detergent or anything. Hand wash them, mild soap, that's it, then let them dry. They're soft, they're clean, they will not scratch your camera lens. So out of all of these, the t-shirt, the paper towel, the tissue paper, don't use any of them to clean the lens on your GoPro. Always use a soft microfiber cloth. Okay, so here's another tip for you. This is your GoPro Hero 8 again, but a lot of people may not know this, but for some reason it keeps popping up. This button here on top is not the power button. This is the actual shutter button, and if you press it, it activates what's known as quick capture. Now as you can see, it starts recording, but oh look at this, I can't access any of the screen menus, and the only thing that happens when I press the button again, it actually stops recording. And that's because this button on top here is the quick capture button, it is not the power button. The power button, also known as the mode button, is located on the side of the camera. So if you want to power on your camera properly and be able to use all the menus, use the power button on the side of the camera to actually activate your camera. As you can see, it's powered on, and now I can access all the menus that I want. So there you go, quick tip for you. Make sure you always use the power button and not the quick capture button, also known as the shutter button.